Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 23. We would like to presentation group assignment ECO 4100. The title is the Industrial Revolution 4.0. The lecturer name is Dr. Suryani Muhammad, and the team members are Mio Muhammad Arif bin Muhammad Nur Azam. The number matric is S56541. Second, Muhammad Nur Fitri bin Muhammad Saleh, S56677. The third is Wan Jing, S56678. Next, Siti Fatihah binti Ahmad Nazri, S56712. Nur Azimah binti Muhammad Rizal, S56741. And lastly is Nur Ainun Tahirah binti Terona, S56757. Next, this is our table of content.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nur Fikri bin Muhammad Saleh. My matric number is S56677. I will continue the presentation. First, what is a technological substitution? Technical substitution refers to the customer preference for one product over another owing to technological investment in the product. The main expectation of the user is to maximize the utility of the product. Customer purchase behavior is effective utilized by providing a true product description that highlight the technological benefit of the item. Next is film production. Film use the production function to determine how much output they should be produced given the price of a good and what combination of input they should use to produce given the price of capital and labor. The production function also gives information about increasing or decreasing return to scale and the marginal product of labor and capital. Next is the impact technological substitution toward film production. The pandemic of the coronavirus or COVID-19 has a mostly damaged global manufacturing enterprise. More film executives and legislators are seeking for the appropriate method and regulation to restructure production pattern and fulfill customer demand. The COVID-19 have affected a large portion of the transportation network and distribution mechanism between supply, manufacturing facility and customer. Industry 4.0 we also have an influence on labor strategy. Technology substitution is benefiting from technological, which is a data-driven approach. It is a revolution, the industry revolution through industry. For many years, manufacturing have a demand customization, increased productivity and operability. The introduction of IoT have had the greatest influence of the manufacturing industry and more than any other. Next is effect technological substitution toward film production. First, revenue growth. With the massive acceleration in film production, technological substitution have enabled improved characteristics to neutralize of potential industry concern. It has also enabled producers to a significant boost in revenue. The increase in revenue number is primarily determined by the film output. Integrating IoT power solution will not only extend production level but also improve production quality, resulting in a gain in income. The Internet of Things IoT technology monitor machinery in real time and deliver accurate report to make a better decision. This helps to improve corporate strategy and make them more customer-centric. Second is interconnection of assets. The Internet of Things is the technology substitution that allows things to communicate with one another asset. The manufacturing unit is made up of the large machine and unit that must be closely monitored in order to function properly. For example, if a machine fails, the entire plant suffers greatly and there is a strong risk that the machine would be lost their efficient. With the help of the sensor device, the gap between asset and the performance, this device collects data to provide a more complete view of the asset function and connect the full plant facilities to allow the real-time monitoring. The last one is improved supply chains. The positive side of M2M or machine-to-machine in the manufacturing sector are leaving a revolution trade that only add to a sector potential. In addition, you have a unique MTN application in manufacturing that contribute to increase efficiency and to enhance the potential to significantly improve supply chain operation. The industry sector can now include insight of every product and save the information on cloud platform for later use. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Wan Sin and now I'm going to present about technological substitution towards the individual and market demand. So in the current generation and the pressure from the new norms of COVID-19, technology has become a necessity to the economy. So what is the benefit of technology? In the pandemic of COVID-19, everyone is doing their works, their study in online through the technology. So it helps to push the company and it brings a lot of convenience when they are having the MCO, which is Movement Control Order in Malaysia. The technology are also improve the productivity and efficiency across the industry. Not only that, the convenience of trade brought by the technology helps in expanding the economics too. So now I'm going to talk about what is the effect of technological substitution towards the individual demand. By looking at the theory of microeconomics, the technology change will improve the supply productivity. So when the productivity are improved, which means the quantity supply will be increasing by using the less input to maximize the supply. Thus, the cost of the production are less and the price will reduce. In my opinion, I think that the change in technology will having a different effects toward the individual demand on certain goods. If the technological substitution has improved the good quality, they will having an increasing of demand by individual to the product. In opposite, if the technology are not improve the good quality, the individual demand towards the product will still remain the same even the price are cheaper. So I would like to give a two example, which is related product and not related product. Related product, which means the product are related to the technology such as electric and electronic product. So I'm using smartphone as the example. So the advance of the technology used in the smartphone production are usually helps to improve their quality and function. So the high production will increase the supply and the supply curve S0 will move to the right, which is S1. And the price will be reduced from P0 to P1 and the quantity will increase to Q2. So when the high technology smartphone quality are improved, it helps to get the intention of consumer. Thus, the demand of the smartphone will increase from D0 to D1. In another side, not related product, which means the product that are not related to technology, such as the example I'm using, roti canai frozen. So when a firms decide to produce a roti canai frozen by using the technology, the consumer may not increase the demand on it because the technological substitution for the production of roti canai frozen will lose their traditional character. So even though the price of roti canai frozen produced by the technology are cost cheaper than the traditional roti canai that's selling in Mama, but most of the consumer will still prefer to buy the traditional roti canai because the traditional production produce the only original taste of roti canai. So the consumer demand of roti canai frozen that produced by the technology will not increase and still remain the same in D0. So the next is the technological substitution towards the market demand. So when the technology innovation happens in the market, it will increase the supply productivity as usual and the price will reduce. But there is a lot of different product in the market and every product may have their substitution product. For example, they are using is tablet and laptop. So in the current generation right now, many firms are trying to use the high technology to produce their tablet or even improve their quality of tablet. So when the function and the quality of tablet are improved, it will substitute the laptop because the laptop are cost higher than the tablet, which means the demand of the tablet will be increased in the market. So when the laptop has been substituted to the tablet because of the cheaper price, the demand of the laptop in the market will be decreased. So when the demand of laptop decrease, they are having a production surplus in the market. So the firms have to reduce the price until to reach the market equilibrium.
My name is Nor Azma Imam Faisal, metric number S56741, and my part is labor market change related to digitalization. Significant changes are taking place in the world which are fundamentally transforming the way the economy works and with it. Many areas of human life, continuous technological development is an essential condition for companies to maintain their competitive advantage. Actors in different industries have always sought to serve changing consumer needs which have made continuous technological development inevitable. This technological development can be estimated via the example of early industrial revolutions. However, the most significant technological and labor market turnaround were brought about by the third and fourth industrial revolution, whereby computer control automation was replaced by digital transformation. Labor market change relate to digitalization. Number one is a theoretical aspect of the labor market situation in the 2020s. They are divided by two parts, which is number one is theoretical concept of the necessity of a reduction in working time. In any case, over the next 20 years, it will be possible to replace extreme half of the current human workforce with digitalized technology. A scenario in which unemployment caused by technology becomes an increasingly common phenomenon is more likely. Not only will the digital transformation have a significant impact on the labor market, but if the easier statement comes true, a wider range of economic agents may experience downward pressure on wages, which may have a dampening effect. The second is the theoretical relationship between Industry 4.0 and unemployment. Based on the recent trends and the lesson learned from early industrial revolution, it is safe to say that a workforce disruption caused by Industry 4.0 is inevitable. Studies show that each industrial revolution has brought about its own increase in efficiency and productivity. With the advancement of technology, the goods produced have become cheaper and better than manpower. This theory says that technological advancement will replace human jobs faster than we can create new ones. The next is labor market implication linked to the digital revolution. They are also divided by two parts, which is number one is the practical impact of Industry 4.0 on the labor market. The practical impact of Industry 4.0 on the labor market has affected the employment structure and the high level of unemployment. Nevertheless, we can assume that digitalization has had some positive effect on the labor market, especially on human life. Therefore, the development of digitalization does not affect the labor market system or low and middle income workers. For example, the manufacturing sector, which is currently the industry more affected by digitalization, suffered a loss of 1.7 million jobs worldwide between 2010 and 2016. If this trend continues until 2030, as much as 20 million jobs could disappear thanks to digitalization, which means an 8.5% loss of jobs in the sector. The effect of lost jobs will vary from country to country, but it will affect less educated workers and the poorer countries the most, meaning a twofold greater loss compared to richest country. The next one is labor market vision and challenge. The development of digitalization has not eliminated all jobs but has created new specialized tasks in the jobs and created new jobs while increasing the global employment figure. Digitalization does not eliminate the entire occupation but specific tasks within the jobs, eliminating some jobs and creating new ones, thus increasing global employment figure. It is necessary to underline that both scenarios coincide with the emergence of losses and winners resulting from digitalization.
My name is Noaintara Ventrona. I would like to explain about firm competitiveness and economy. Firstly, about firm competitiveness, the ability of a firm to produce goods and services that successfully match the market needs. For the economy, a social science concerned with the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. As you can see a figure on the slide, competitiveness is divided into performance, quality, productivity, innovations and image. How IR 4.0 affect firm competitiveness? Firstly, by increased productivity. Secondly, increased flexibility. Thirdly, increased quality. And finally, increased speed. Firstly, for increased productivity, through a higher level of automation that reduce production time, enable better asset utilization and inventory management. Secondly, increased flexibility. manufacturing flexibility through machines and robots that can execute the production step for a large number of products. Thirdly is increased quality. Product via sensors and actuator that monitor the current production in real time and quickly intervene in case of error. Increased speed. Speed is not just a competitive advantage and customer expectation in an increasing real-time economy, but it also a matter of alignment, cost, and value creation. Which is mean firm competitiveness become more effective by existing of IR 4.0. So we can see a lot of benefit we can gain from IR 4.0. Next, we will move to how IR 4.0 affect economy. This is also clear in the figure. According to transport and storage and manufacturing are the economic sector that are more exposed to the risk of automation, which is up to 50%, while sectors such as human health and social work and education are the most protected against the automation risk, implying that they are tasks such as teaching and nursing that cannot be replaced by machine. To be concluded, governments that will not be able to follow the appropriate long-term policy will set their economies at risk. That is when all the other economy will run with great speed, their inability to be adapted to the new reality will drive to the deterioration of their competitiveness, the reductions of their revenue, and the increase in their spending will the possibility of a bankruptcy to be increased. But it is not only the ability of government to be adapted to the new conditions. Thank you.
My name is Mio Muhammad Arif bin Muhammad Norazam, S5C541. Today I would like to talk about customer behavior in the digital market and how it can change the market structure. The answer is straightforward. As digital marketing's effects are not confined to enterprise, the type of information it disseminates has completely altered how consumers interact with various brands. Furthermore, it is not easy to comprehend or even recognize, but organizations must recognize that it is occurring and adjust and adapt their customer service accordingly. The digital consumer can shake things up with new market players or competitors. Consumers used to be apprehensive about testing new products and services, but with the advent of new technologies, people have started testing new products and services. Many startup companies have benefited from this observed behavior of consumers, including OLX, Ola, Uber, and others. The impact of digital marketing on consumer behavior has shifted dramatically over time. Marketing used to be all about bombarding prospective customers with as many messages as possible until they agree to purchase something. Companies can no longer shout and hope to sell more. They must now invest in public relations, social media, and content marketing to establish a strong relationship with their prospective customers. In the past, it was nearly difficult for companies to keep track of market trends and customer preference before digital marketing. With the coming of digital marketing and analytics, marketing gurus and peer relation professionals have access to an infinite amount of data that can be useful in figuring out how customers search for items, engage with their business, and make purchase. Digitalization has significantly made customers savvy. Digital market have had a significant impact on customer behavior. For example, customers who would visit a shop can now search for the product online before physically visiting the shop. Customers have continuously become impatient since their expectation for efficient and quick service has increased following technological advancement. Digitalization has significantly exposed customers to genuine time feedback on product through different online forums and reviews. Customers have begun the idea of decline product or service that are not up to date. With the advent of technology, the criteria of the market structure have become irrelevant. Companies are continuously differentiating their product based on their abilities to embrace technology. Besides, customers can also review commodities price before going to the store. Hence, they have perfect information about the market and product. Because of the perfect knowledge about the market, no individual firm can be a price taker. A systematic technological change in the market structure culminates from technological advancement resulting in either small or bigger companies adopting innovation appropriately. Altering the observed market concentration, the advent of new technology has significantly affected the cost and demand structure, leading to a drastic change in the existing market structure. Consumer buying behaviors have drastically evolved and they have become pickier.
especially when they are interacting with different brands online. Consumers receive a lot of information online about a brand because of digital marketing, which ultimately impacts of their purchasing decision. On average, many of the customers can effectively tell the existing difference between paid search and organic results because of their ability to contact social media to get more information and compare product or service quality before meeting the supplier. They should again focus on paid, organic and social media aspect of the consumer journey to help them remain relevant in the current competitive markets. With the advent of technology and digital marketing, consumer behaviors are drastically reshaping the business by forcing organizations to adapt different digital marketing strategies. Understanding how consumer behaviors change with the different markets dynamics make organizations to gain better understanding of consumer expectations, thus helping business in making improvement aim influencing consumer to make more informed purchase decisions. Technology advancement has significantly influenced what customers buy, when they buy, and where they buy. Besides, technologies have also influenced customer purchasing intention, frequency of purchase. Besides, they have increased their demand for strong e-commerce presence characterized with secure mode of payment, clear return policy, and fast delivery. Even small organizations are currently going for complete online business purposely to meet consumer demands. Consumers increasingly expect prompt response to their questions and complaints. Customer questions and comments can be quickly shared with a big audience via social media. Consumer purchasing behaviors are significantly impacted by favorable and negative brand reviews. As a result, digital marketing empowers customers, offer them the much needed individualized experience, and assists firms in developing stronger and transparent relationship with them. As a result, digital marketing influences consumer purchasing decisions to a great extent. Customers benefit from a customized purchasing experience when they use digital marketing. Brands have built and changed their digital content to offer their customers with a more personalized purchasing experience. This will have a significant impact on consumer spending.
Okay, next, the criteria market sector will still relevant to the new era of digitalization. We have four market structure, which is perfect competition, second monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and monopoly. First is perfect competition. This is the market structure is relevant in this era of digitalization because this market they sell the similar products is homogeneous and it can easily to enter or easy in the market. However, the profit margin is fixed and the seller can increase the price what they want to because they can lose their customers. The seller also need have an interesting marketing to promote their product in social media in this era digitalization and can get more of profit because in the real world consumer needs have full knowledge of the goods being sold and aware the price and the product branding. Next is the monopoly competition. This market structure also relevant in this new era digitalization because it's referring a large number of small firms competing in other people. This market also can sell the similar but is highly different product. In this era, demand from consumer is highly to suit themselves. That's why the firm need to release the new product and make a product is different with other seller. The market have a short term and a long term. In the short term, the monopolistic company maximize its profit and enjoy the benefit. Therefore, the marginal revenue (MR) corresponding to the marginal cost. Marginal revenue decrease over time as the company enter the market with differentiated products, efficient demand leading to less profit. The oligopoly also is the market structure is relevant in this era digitalization because it can collaborate with compete against with each other to their collective market power to raise up prices and earn more profit. In the market structure, if the small powerful companies who can control the raw materials, financial and physical resources. This make the price too high and the buyer will hit to product substitutes in the market. So that the pricing profit and production level change as the dynamic relationship between sellers and buyer change. Lastly is monopoly. The market structure of monopoly are relevant in this era digitalization because the monopoly market, a single company represents the whole industry. This market structure also have a characterized by factors like sole claim to ownership of resources, patent and copyright, license issued by government. The firm also have the highest level of market power and they can increase their prices and earn more profit to their company.